says, I desperately want to render this block out, this blocking pass, for feedback, but there's a part that needs work, and I know it's going to take time to resolve. What do I do? Now, this is actually a really good question, something I struggled with a lot when I was a student, which is you're working on a shot, you want to get feedback, you want to get someone to take a look at it and give you their opinion so that you're not working too far on this before you might have to do a change or you might have to tweak something. But there is a part that's just not working. Whatever it is about it, it's unclear, it's broken, maybe the animation is pretty much non-existent in that part. Whatever is happening, something about that section is not working. And what do you do? How do you progress with that? And honestly, the main thing that you would do is ask for feedback anyway. If you have a section of your shot that doesn't work, and this applies to a studio as well, you're working on your shot, you're dealing with some issues, and man, I can't get this first section to work, but I need to submit it, I need to get some feedback on it, do it. Just ask for feedback. The main thing is just let people know that you're having trouble with that first section, that it's not there yet. Just tell them to ignore it. Another way you do it is bring it into Premiere or something like DaVinci Resolve, a video editing software, and just take that section that you know doesn't work and that like you don't want people to focus on too much, and just put it in grayscale so that only the parts in color are the ones that show up, that show what you are working on. So it's very important, like D. Luchin just said there, the more feedback you get, the more you learn. It is a very collaborative art form. So instead of trying to solve everything 100% before getting feedback, ask for the feedback when you go into those situations. When you get to that point where it's like, I can't figure this out, it's not working, I don't know what to do, that is the perfect time to ask for feedback. Even if the shot is not working, if it's broken, if it's just, for lack of a better word, just randomness in there, and everything else is okay and you've got that working, you can always ask, just clarify what you want feedback on. Do you want feedback on the parts that work? Or maybe you just want feedback on the section that isn't working. That could also be very helpful. Instead of kind of just turning your wheels, trying to solve this yourself, you can post and ask, like, how would you solve this? What do you think would be the best solution for this area? I'm having trouble. Maybe there's a character that spins in the air and does a flip, and I just can't get it. The arms are broken. I'm trying to block this in, and they're spinning in weird ways. Do you have any suggestions on how I can solve that? So instead of trying to figure out the problem on your own, you have other people help you. That's the process, and that's fine. In studios, it's the same thing. You're going to ask your animation leads, your animation supervisors, your fellow animators to get feedback. Now, the main thing with a studio, compared to just asking for your own sake, is that you wouldn't show that the version that doesn't work to your director, to the kind of, when you're submitting for dailies for kind of clarification on going forward, that's when you want to have something that is basically working. But before that point, you can always ask your supervisors and your other animators to get advice on what to do next if you're stuck on something. Always feel free to do that. So the short answer, ask for feedback. That's really the best thing to do. And don't worry about having everything polished. That was a mistake I made when I was a student. I would try to polish everything. I would try to submit my work for review only after I made sure that there was nothing left to review. So I would try to polish and polish and polish and polish and make it perfect, so that no one would have things to say, because I wanted to show, like, hey, look, I know what I'm doing. And that was the absolute wrong thing to do. Horrible thing to do, because I focused so much of my time trying to fix problems that I thought I was seeing that I was never getting enough review of what other people were seeing, the problems that they were looking at, and I never fixed those early on. It was really bad. You want to submit that for review as often as you can. It's just going to be better. So yeah, don't worry about getting it perfect. And sometimes don't even worry about getting it working. If it's not working, but you just have a section that you want reviewed, get it reviewed. Nothing wrong with that.